What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, Spurs are set to bid 50 million for Brennan Johnson. Yep, you heard that right. In the last week of the transfer window, it ends on September 1st. In the next few days, we're expecting a bid incoming for Brennan Johnson from Chelsea, Tottenham, who knows these days. Brentford may be chipping last minute, but at this moment in time, it looks like Spurs are the only one at the front of the queue for Johnson. They're set to make a bid of 50 million, although there could be some other deal to be worked and arranged with them. The other way that Spurs would like to structure a deal is £40 million and send Davinson Sanchez and maybe Brian Gil on the other way to Forest. Now, Brian Gil, not too sure, don't think we need him, especially because we've got Elanga, Gibbs-White, and there's talks about Hudson-Odoi coming in, so that's pretty much a like-for-like replacement with Brennan Johnson. Davinson Sanchez, people quickly forget how good he was at Ajax when he was a young lad in them finals and things like that. He played really, really well when he was a young lad. Come to Tottenham, not really hit the heights he should have, and he's been quite poor for them, so I understand why people are saying it, but all in all, there is still a player in there and we need centre-backs. But if you do take the 50 million for Brennan Johnson, just straight cash, then you can go and sign one or two centre-backs, an older midfielder, and maybe a left back too. Now, do I think Brennan Johnson is worth 50 million? No, but to Forest he is. The goals he got last year, the way Forest want to play on the counter with pace and just being direct at defenders, Brennan Johnson, he is that player. But when an offer comes in like 50 million, he could go and get an injury or anything could happen to him, and that money's just gone, and then Forest lose out on 50 million, and next year he could go for 15 or 20 million when we could sell him for 50 million right now. And like I said, the 50 million helps us massively in the last week of the transfer window, bring some players in to improve the squad in general, because that's what would happen if you sell a player for 50 million. Don't go and spend 50 million on a like-for-like player or anything. You use that money and build a better squad. But it would also help Forest with financial fair play. Obviously, we spent a lot last year staying in the league, but we're on the verge of it, so we have to be very, very careful with our funds, and that's why we've not splashed the cash so far this summer. And pretty much whatever we spend now, we have to make back. And I can really only see that with maybe the sales of Dennis and Brennan Johnson. Now, don't get me wrong, what he did in the Championship the year we got promoted, excellent. What he did last year, albeit he ghosted in and out of a few games, excellent. This year's not hit the heights. Away at Arsenal, missed that one-on-one, didn't really do anything else in that game. Against Sheffield United last week, didn't really seem, he didn't affect the play in any way, shape or form. And then against Man U, I thought he played well, quite well defensively, but going forward didn't really offer as much. So I think the right time is now to cash in for the 50 million. I personally wouldn't go for the 40 with the players, as much as I think Davinson Sanchez could be an asset to the club in the defensive department. I just think 50 million cash to improve the squad is a much better deal. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this deal, and would you let Brennan Johnson go? Would you sell him for the 40 and the players, or 50 straight cash and improve the squad with that money? Like the video and subscribe. And until next time, see ya.